Ladies and gentlemen, it is our great fortune to be addressed by a history-making woman who is a role model not only for women, but an inspiration to all who advocate for the public good. A woman of great vision and ideals. She has served as Middlesex District Attorney and now serves the entire Commonwealth as the Attorney General. Elected by a huge majority as the first woman to hold this office, she has articulated an agenda that is an index of the public interest, tackling the mortgage lending crisis, fighting for clean, affordable energy, ensuring cyber safety and security for families and individuals, protecting consumers, leveling the playing field for workers and employers, and battling public corruption. It is my great honor and privilege to present the Attorney General for the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, Martha Coakley.
Good morning to the President, the Board of Trustees, the esteemed faculty, parents and friends, our guests today, but most importantly to you, the graduates. Before my formal remarks, I want to just make a short preface. I must say that I never pass up an opportunity to put on the Harry Potter stuff. Every year all over the country, speakers are asked to speak at endless graduations, high school, college, graduate school. The speaker is, one hopes, someone who in a brief period of time, because of whomever he or she is, can impart some timeless yet fresh inspiration for graduates who frankly are inclined to be uninterested in the speaker or her words. There's a special place in purgatory for all graduation speakers. Unremembered, unremarkable, underwhelming. I have made an effort, however feeble, to provide something for everyone and provide at least some of you with one thing you might remember for a day or two when someone asks, "What did your speaker say?" I think this year is even more challenging. It is a tough year to be graduating from law school. I recall that it's almost 30 years ago, it was actually May 20th, 1979, that I was the student speaker at my law school graduation, chosen, not by grades, I will say, but it was a contest. And I spoke about the need not just to sound good, but to say something. And I made a reference to May 20th, which was Eliza Doolittle Day, if any of you are fans of My Fair Lady. Henry Higgins had taken a poor flower girl and passed her off as royalty by improving her speech and accent. And I reminded my colleagues that even though we now knew what to say or knew how to sound like lawyers, it was really more important that we had something to say that mattered. I'd like to, for the next few minutes, provide an ABCs for the law school graduate, I guess almost in the style of Poor Richard's Almanac. Today it would be Poor Richard's blog, I'm sure. You will remember, or at least the American history majors will, that Poor Richard was one of Ben Franklin's alter egos. This was before the First Amendment, and it was deemed wise when printing most things to try and remain anonymous. So here it goes. A is for activism. Physically, mentally. It keeps you young, it keeps you healthy, it's the best way for you to stay in shape, and it is the best way for you to keep the issues that you care about in shape. As for judicial activism, it is usually the label given to judges and their cases with whom the labeler disagrees. B, be somebody. Not necessarily somebody famous or important, but somebody who makes a difference. Ralph Waldo Emerson reminded us that there is something that you can do better than another. Listen to the inward voice and bravely obey that. Do the things at which you are great. Be a lawyer who is competent and respected and do things you care about. C. C is for courage. Examples: an 11-year-old with leukemia, Rosa Parks, who refused to go to the back of the bus, John Hancock, who signed the Declaration of Independence very large so George III could read it without his glasses, the domestic violence victim who leaves the abuse. You all recognize it when you see it. You all have some. use it appropriately, and support others who do. I will make a note that I have another C reference when I get to X, because I couldn't think of anything beginning with X. D is for dogs. They have unconditional affection for their owners and are happy to work, eat, run, and chew bones. Sometimes we all, especially lawyers, could learn from their simplicity and, well, frankly, their doggedness with a bone. E is for environment. I know I used to hate to recycle too, and if God wanted a green earth, she wouldn't have given us plastic or styrofoam. But seriously, you and your children and grandchildren have some serious challenges around global warming. At least learn what inconvenient truth Al Gore's been talking about, and rent The Road Warrior and Mad Max for a view of an unpleasant future based on too little fossil fuel. In 2006, the Commonwealth of Massachusetts challenged the Environmental Protection Agency, claiming that they were not doing what they were supposed to do. And believe it or not, before the Supreme Court, we won. It was lawyers' argument, and particularly lawyers' oral argument, that made a difference. Lawyers' planning can focus critical discussion on energy and the environment. F and G, that stands for facts and getting them right. Facts matter and fact-finding matters. John Adams, as you recall, said facts are stubborn things. In history, law, and science, all correct conclusions and wise courses of action begin with knowing the facts. This is particularly true for lawyers. Play fast and loose with the facts, and you may as well set that diploma you're getting today on fire and find another profession. Humility. H. Someone is always smarter than you. Even when you are successful and important, remember, as they say in Nebraska about the turtle on the fence, didn't get there by himself. Remember those who help you to be successful and who continue to help you through life. I is for integrity. The only thing worse than an incompetent lawyer without integrity is a competent lawyer without integrity. As a lawyer, you have only your time and your integrity to make a living. If your reputation for integrity is impaired, set that diploma on fire. J is for judge not, lest you yourself be judged. In other words, practice some tolerance until at least you know the facts, and then judge fairly and wisely. This is true, especially if you become a judge. If there's an opening on the Supreme Court, there may be one, or there is one. You don't need judicial experience, apparently. Don't look any opportunities for your future lives.